Hello to everybody, friends close and far away. Here is still Luca the bird that making a new video. So we start today with this nice picture is a painting devoted to immigrants, and so all the rest of the square. This is a square in Ribeira Grande, and now we will go to watch that beautiful planisphere. But before I look to the sea, our loved sea. Et voila, you can see this beautiful planisphere with a base in basalt, and then you can see the typical Portuguese floor, we can say. Beautiful puzzle, beautiful. So this is the square of immigrants square, just in front of the sea, because it's from the sea that the immigrants arrived here and arriving still. And in front of all this you can see that is the archipelago, is the center where we will go today to shoot the video. It's a center of contemporary art. And here we are exactly at the entrance, one of the entrance of this beautiful art center. Look. Very nice. But if I go down, oh, there is the sweet Niti in company with our friend Diego. Hello.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome to Archipelago.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Azores Contemporary Art Center.
Yes.
First thing first, we are at the main entrance, the south entrance. There's actually another entrance by the North Sea that you can have this big facade of the old alcohol factory. So this building starts mainly construction in the 19th century, and then evolves with a lot of buying and selling, and it's bought by the local government in 2006 with the project in mind of becoming the Archipelago Contemporary Art Center. It opens in 2015. It opened in 2015 as what it is now. We call it kind of the factory of arts in Azores, and it's a main point of mid-Atlantic artistic passage and residency of Portugal, I may say. So in the main facade, we can say that we have a project called the facade. So we are not selling this, we are offering the facades each year to different artists.
Nice.
And this year we have Luís Lázaro Matos, that he did this public art piece, I will call it, that is currently in our facade. So next year will be a different invitation to different artists to do the same thing. So we have this double meaning of presenting a face with someone's work, and not just the concrete, volcanic rock aspect of it, bringing some color to the building too. It's very important.
Very interesting.
So walking in the main entrance, we have our current two exhibitions. So Natura Maris from Urbano in the main two exhibition rooms, and Sara Chang on the third main exhibition room. They're recently opened exhibitions. We are very proud of them.
Oh, nice.
So here we have the two complexes, I may say, of Archipelago. We have the exhibition center and we have the black box. So it's a multi art facility, I would say. We have performance, we have theater, we have cinema, we have a lot of different projects that pass through here, and also some exhibition projects. And here we have the main exhibition center with one of these facilities, I would say.
So one question before to go ahead. What was this building before to be an art gallery?
So it started as an alcohol factory. As you might know, Azores was very famous because of the orange import exportation. So it was the main economy was around the orange. But then a big plague came, so the exportation was not was cancelled. The British lost their interest in our oranges, and we had to produce some local new main of agricultural and
Export.
exports. Yes.
Okay,
So alcohol came in, tobacco came in, the tea came in, all of these industries that are now a bit touristic, I may say, were the basic support of the economy back in the 19th, 20th century. So here we had one of the alcohol factories that were created. Then the alcohol lost its meaning, and then we start seeing this building as a tobacco drying facility.
Oh, how interesting.
Yes, and later become more and more decayed as a ruin.
Okay.
Until
Okay.
2006, as I explained, the government invested in it.
and now we enter in the Arctic Center.
So here we have the main, the reception,
Yes.
where we receive all our guests. And in a way, the first main room is directly connected to the reception as an invitation. So you start with an exhibition. We don't start with the library. Don't start with. Actually, the access of the library is perfectly free. So it's one thing that you can do. Enter the free library. We have other services like guided visits that are actually free by request. But here we can enter in Urbano's exhibition at first sight. So
Okay.
this is to celebrate his fifth exhibition, so 40 years of production, artistic production. And it plays as a preview of his old work and as a statement of what he is actually producing right now.
He's
So
from which island?
he's from San Miguel.
San Miguel.
So actually what we can see in the first room, I'll be very brief about it because the work is very extensive.
Beautiful.
In the first room we have a collection or a selection that we did, the curator did. The curator is the director of Arquipelago, Joao Urbano, that he did by visiting the studio of the artist. So we did this rhythm of visiting his studio, his Azorian studio, in a very specific time where he brought his work from Lisbon to the Azorian studio.
Okay.
So he doesn't work in Lisbon anymore, he works specifically here. So he had access to all of these paintings and
Very nice work.
sculptures to select. So here we present a bit of his career as a painter. And in room 2, it's a proposal for us to perceive his work as he is producing now. So the artistic residencies that we're going to see in a brief moment were his studio for 2 to 3 months for him to produce works like we're going to see on room 2.
Okay.
In this sense, the exhibition was made for this space.
Oh, lovely.
So we have this 3 meter by 5 painting that
This reminds me of the Monet
yes,
gardens. Very nice.
so we kind of can perceive a work of Urbano's in the most grand scale because of the building. So the building permits the artist to expand, permits the artist to create outside of his studio, permits the artist to defy himself even inside his work. So here we can see things that were painting in his studio in Ponta Delgado.
Okay.
So he has a limit to the door. Here there's no limit
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the door.
definitely, definitely.
And then we have this composition of many canvas called the seventh wave.
Okay.
That is most challenge. He challenged himself to build something that is painting, but mostly painting, but also it comes from the outside in that way.
What is this media, if I may ask? Is it acrylic?
It's acrylic gesso with wood paste and a lot of different pigments.
Okay.
But the base of it, it's wood paste and acrylic gesso. So here we are dealing with 2 canvases that are glued together, and we are talking about 40 kilos of paint and material.
That's amazing.
So this must weigh more than 60, 70 So here in room 3 we have Sara exhibition, and her work is about drawing and challenging the surface of the drawing. So she imagined one day she interacted with the piece of paper where she had the drawing, and she saw the other drawing, the rectangle of the paper itself, as another drawing. So that's not her drawing; it's a drawing inside
Another drawing.
so her work now it's based on the surface itself, and she's expanding from different materials as these drawings of wood, and very delicate pieces of drawing on paper that she deals with the surface and not just the drawing on it. Yes. And this is a big, the room, it's a big drawing by itself. We have these interventions on the wall itself, you have the sex activations. So she perceives from the paper to the whole space as a drawing.
I see.
And,
That's a nice concept.
Yes. And by contrast, so we have Urbano in one room, we have Sara Chang with a different approach to drawing.
Yes.
So we always try to have multiples of what's happening in contemporary art, and we try to celebrate different approaches to contemporary art. So here we have, we brought a different amount of works that are like landmarks on the career of Urbano's career, on the career of Urbano. So we have different approaches to different materials. We start there with a book that's actually stapled into the wall, as it was at his studio, and we have different works that are basically a timeline through his work, through his traveling. So here we have work that represents his collection called Palio, that was when he was in Italy.
Okay.
He went to Venice.
Yes.
Here we show a book, not exactly a copy of his sketchbook while he was in Venice.
Nice.
It's the most beautiful printed book. You have every detail of his original.
Yes.
You know, it looks like the real deal. And here you can travel through Urbano's Venice, I guess.
Yes.
So we tried to collect these experiences that he had and present it very simply to the public.
Beautiful.
In his equally parts rooms. We can have this with some stonework, and here we have the two main book or sketchbook collections from Urbano. So here we have some examples of his sketchbooks through his career. We have Sistema Naturae, that is the origin of the
exhibition there.
Of some of the works, like the seal, like the penguins paintings that come from this book.
I see.
And we try to preserve every aspect of it. We have flight ticket from Amsterdam to London. We have these very tiny books that he bought in Rome and painted over them.
Yes.
We try to make a selection.
Is this one of the sketches
of the main
painting out there?
Yes.
Lovely.
And we have a prediction of the scale.
Yes.
So we try to bring also this material that is very important for us to understand how it works in this.
Yes.
It's almost workaholic in that manner.
Yeah. The volume is huge.
And this is his last freshest work. He's doing some ceramic work also. So we kind of end the exhibition with the last. So here we have another part of the building that divides in two main things that we do. We have mediation center, mediation services, that are a team that works directly with the public, where we propose interaction with the exhibitions. We have activities for all kinds of public. Here, for example, we have an interactive wall with the Urbano exhibition in this case.
Yes.
Like let's draw animals and plants together.
Oh, very nice.
It's not specifically for children. Anyone can draw on it. And even our program of public interaction is very much for every taste and every.
Okay, very nice.
And next to it we have the library. It's of course a public library, free library, that's presented to the public with first our exhibitions, of course. So we have catalogs from Sara, Chang, we have catalogs from Urbano, we have catalogs from our previous exhibitions.
Okay.
So we always keep a track on what we have on the exhibition rooms and a track of what we've done so people can perceive better what is actually our service and there's no confusion about it. And
Right.
there is Joao, is the responsible for the library. And our library is very specific on arts, architecture, design, so it goes from contemporary arts and it blows into all the different art forms.
Okay.
We have tattoo, we have anatomy, and then we start going to, of course we have romances, we have music, we have a bit of everything. When I say a bit, it's because we don't invest in the library in mass, so we try to have good books, important books, and not this big amount of you know. So we take donations, of course, and Joao here deals with all the composition, what goes where.
Hello to everybody, friends close and far away. Here we are. You can see a camera here on the table. Why? Because our friend Diego is a photographer, but we want to know something more about him. So Diego, speak to us a little bit, explain to us, or give to us a little bit of you.
Okay, so my name is Joao. I've been working here at the Archipelago for 4 years and a half now. And I started my way here as an internship. I studied visual arts, and now I'm head of museology here at Archipelago. So I do the coordination of the mounting, the unmounting of the exhibitions. I give all the things needed for the artists to express themselves and be well with the environment while we are dealing with specific exhibitions. I also do some part of the production. I take advantage of my position to enjoy my photography work here too. I think we all are part of one single team that deals with everything. So I'm very glad to have you guys here.
Thanks.
Because every kind of projection and interest that people have in Archipelago, it's the right thing for us to work for.
Yeah. So what means, Diego, to live always immersed in art?
So you sometimes you go home and you don't have any kind of availability to deal with art.
Okay.
You've been doing it, you know,
for all the day.
Yes, it's hard to deal with the backstage of art and then deal with the world as an artist, I guess.
Yes.
You have to have some things very well defined, so you don't get involved. I think the main proposition for me was always to leave my ego at home, because while you're doing with an artist, you're doing with a specific kind of thinking. It's nice for you to have a structure of thinking about art, about humanity, about anthropology, about techniques, but me myself, I prefer to leave part of my ego towards art, towards humanity, my own personal opinions, condensed in my personal work and in a box at home. So it's nice to have a discussion, but my work is to simplify the process of the artist working here, and not to confront him, or not in the way that I cannot ask questions, but not to confront the work, because there's always subjectivity, and we also want to preserve that subjectivity towards the public, so they can create their own mesh of interests. We're not applying here a specific way of looking to the artwork or to what we are. We are just simplifying the process so the subjectivity gets right at the end for the public to enjoy.
Okay. So for the audience, I explain one thing. My wife, Niti, you see, is a little bit lost in the middle of all these books and art, because she's a painter, so she loves arts very much. So, Niti, some feedback about what we have seen and about this beautiful center from the view of an artist, of a painter.
I think the Archipelago offers a beautiful and fascinating place for an artist to work in and to exhibit. They have a beautiful library and an excellent gallery. In fact, two of them. And you know, the the silence over here is amazing, because it's just that you can feed on it and you can just submerge yourself into this space and be creative and undisturbed from any kind of noise and any other disturbance. And the place is beautiful, as you saw. The underground, you know, the hallway that they have discovered, the building itself has been restored beautifully, and the original rock, the volcanic rock of which it is made, it's really brings out the whole place. It's really fascinating. You must come and visit this. It's beautiful.
Okay, so Diego, the last question. Why do you think a person has to come to visit Azores?
So I think that people need to come and visit Azores because it's a mid-Atlantic experience that you can fragmentate to 9 islands. So when I say visiting Azores, it's not the island of Azores, that doesn't exist. That people normally say that.
It's an archipelago, no?
It's an archipelago, so it's not about San Miguel, it's about all the 9 islands and try to find place in all these 9 islands, you know. And it's becoming very rich, what we have to offer as an experience. But also keep in mind that Azores is an experience, but also time for doing nothing. There's time for doing nothing, you know, in a way. So don't overburn your experience in Azores, you know. Give yourself some time to enjoy the simple things, because there's a lot of simple things here that you might enjoy, specifically on vacation, specifically for working. This silence, I think it's common in many spaces that Niti was talking about. So people need to see this place as a resting place too, you know. Not as your finally resting place, I'm not saying that, but as a place for you to give time to yourself and to enjoy some basic ways of living, I think.
Yes, it's very nice.
And I think we as an offer have never been richer, so it depends on what you want and to decide what you really care about coming here.
Okay, so we thanks very much our friend Diego for all the time that he gave to us to show this beautiful place, this contemporary art gallery that is real something. We remember that this center is in Ribeira Grande on the island of San Miguel. And really, we think that is a place that has to be visited because, you know, there is time for surf, there is time to take the sun, there is time to go here and there, but a little bit of culture is always something good. And here you can smell, you can breathe the richness of the art categories. I mean, painting or here and there. There are books, there are paintings, there is everything.
It's definitely a very enriching experience.
Yeah,
you can find everything about us in our social media, of course, mostly on Instagram and Facebook. It's easy access.
I will put in the description the links. We remember to you to visit our socials and especially our YouTube channel, our special agents in Azores, and you click the like if you like the video, or otherwise if you love the videos and you are interested about Azores, you can subscribe on the channel. Okay, so thank you very much. A great bye from this beautiful palace.